Welcome to Week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Eagles and the Ravens, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And finally, Brock, we can say it. Football is back. Oh, look at that. We didn't even practice that. Wins and losses don't quite count just yet, partner. But for a lot of people, us included, we are just happy to see games being played once again.
Yeah, it's been a long wait for fans of the sport. It's one thing to have a draft and OTAs. It's another to actually start hitting one another. And I know for these guys on the field, they can't wait to hit somebody else. And it's also the time to fight for roster spots and start shaping your roster for week number 1.
Enough build-up. The ball is teed up, and we are ready to go. And we're off from Baltimore. On the return, Britton Covey. His return makes it up to the 25. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's...
Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We knew we were in store for some crazy blitz packages from this defense, and already one play in, and that linebacker gets home for the sack. Critical now for this offense to identify what you're seeing and for this defense to continue to frustrate.
He loses the football. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed. We got him the ball back.
On third down, it's Hurts. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense wants to do to these quarterbacks. You want to speed them up, and the best way to do it is to hit them and bring them to the ground. Conversely, they've got to figure out offensively how to protect. If you can't protect, you can't execute, you can't do anything offensively.
Now on fourth down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Punt meets him at the 28. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And we'll take a glance at their 7th-year QB.
We really do marvel at the way he can wiggle himself out of tough situations, almost like a wizard out there. Sure, some are probably of his own doing, as he loves to extend plays and improvise. But if someone misses a block or runs the wrong route, this is a quarterback that can erase the mistakes of others around him, and you sure love that guy leading your team.
They'll run here on first down. And he rocks the tackler. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on first down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. First and 10. He'll look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Almost a completion of the wrong team there. So second down coming up. Give to the fullback, diving straight ahead. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
So many offenses will script, Kate, their first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser used stuff like that that's critical in the red zone.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Covey now to return this. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. First down throwing for Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Taken right at the 40. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Good blocking on the return. He gets 23 out of it. And the Ravens will go on offense. Airing it out to start this drive. He throws a bullet deep to the right side.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He's trying to go deep again. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So they're left facing third and long. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. They're going to throw it on third and long. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. From the left hash, 54 yards out. juice. It's no good short. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, no, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
First throw for the backup now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Ravens get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
They've got first down from the 31. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Offside. Defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. The penalty makes it 3rd and 8 here. They'll run here following the penalty. He gets the first and more to the 45. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He's on the move. Now he takes it, and he's gonna be brought down at the 35-yard line. They're now set for first and 10. Looking for a throw here. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. I know. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Wilson, the receiver, in motion left. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the Ravens have it at the 35-yard line following the turnover. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. They're set up at the 35 now. They go play action on 1st. He sends this one to the end zone. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. This return makes it up to the 25. The Eagles ready for their next shot here on offense. Kenny Pickett leading them out. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Taken in by Smith. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Throwing from the gun here. He's got Smith. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 3rd and long for him here. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Escapes the pocket. Caught, nice gain left side. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. He does it, touchdown Baltimore! The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens grow their lead yet again. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Eagles taking over now late in the first half. And we'll see if they try to establish some positive momentum before halftime here, Brock, or if they just choose to head off and lick their wounds. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. Here's Pickett. As his target, it's Johnny Wilson. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is reeled in by Wilson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Now Pickett. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. Ravens bring an extra DB out there. Third down coming up. Pickett will look to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And they continue to trail by, well, Brock, a whole lot more than a field goal.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. He'll throw it. He puts some power on a deep one. Brought in inside the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens piling it on going into halftime. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience is, at his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Now they'll try the point after. And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. So we've reached the half of this preseason opener. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these two teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed. They'll watch the second half with the shoulder pads off, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Kate Scott. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott
kickoff.
and Brock Hewer.
Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Ravens headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they certainly had plenty of touchdowns to choose from. For them, actually. Though the way he's been playing, Brock, you cannot count on him being done reaching that end zone just yet. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Darius Slay with the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Back-to-back carries here. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They're going for this. And they got home, sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
The Eagles are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now here's Pickett. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up. Throwing now from the gun. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
From the gun on 3rd down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. Needs a good amount here, too. 51 yards away. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
His return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Ravens, ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together finding the end zone. Ball at the 33 for first down. Here's a give up the middle now to their fullback. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Yeah, I know you can read your partner right now, Kate. You know I'm smiling because that was a callback to the early days of football when fullbacks, not running backs, they were the one that led the ground game. He didn't stop at a yard or two, He ripped off a nice chunk for them right there.
He fires one deep down the middle. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. We're going to look now, Brock, at their picks from this year's draft, a group that they've been more than willing to say they are very excited about bringing in.
Well, lots of folks on the media side, and frankly, other NFL front offices, Kate, have talked about the steals in this class. Some guys who should have gone much, much earlier than where they ended up going. This is a group that, if everything works out, could provide a lot more value than the picks that were spent on them.
And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Ravens with possession and a big enough lead already. They can probably coast the rest of the way. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that forces them to 4th and goal.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
The 13-year pro still doing what he does as he puts this through. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And the open lanes, the beautiful windows that he no doubt dreamt about before this game, Brock, well, they just haven't been there. It's almost like the defense challenged itself between the pass rush and the secondary. Who could make more big plays here?
Yeah, you're talking about the difference between the practice field and then the reality of this game. Sacks, interceptions. And while we won't be the final judge on which area this defense has been the biggest winner, we do know who the loser's been, the quarterback, who's had to deal with an excellent defensive showing.
They send him left out of the slot. Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. To throw is Pickett. And they get to him again. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down. Punting unit out now. And he's been one of the players of this game. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. He has it at the 33. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Ravens back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens continue adding to an insurmountable lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Mm-hmm. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens continue piling on to this lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Pickett set to pass. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the sack. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets them up with a 3rd down.
This is one of those moments that I am just at a loss for words. We just saw a record-tying 12th sack in this ball game. And it really is on two sides of it. On one side of it offensively, well, this has been impossible to block these guys. But, Kate, I have got to celebrate what we're seeing defensively. Just the 6th team in the history of this game to notch 12 sacks in one ball game.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. They can run this clock out and head out of here with a win, even with 2 timeouts remaining defensively. Going ground on 1st and goal. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Ravens running them out of the building. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Setting up to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens tack on 7 more to their lead. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Fielded at the 7. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. One final shot here. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.